Welcome to my channel. Let's see what your tarot reading is for today. You know what? I'm going to change the tarot. So sorry. Can't decide. Let's do the Book of Shadows. If this resonates, I would love for you to help me grow my channel by subscribing or following. Let's see what you get. This has to do with a familial situation, all right? Lots of stability, wealth, okay, legacy, something having to do with a water sign or lack of happiness. This is the same card. This is the same message as the other one, and I changed decks. So this is the same message as the matriarch that's been coming in. There's an ending to the cycle, to some sort of legacy, okay, that's coming in. This is fated and destined. It has to do with a matriarch. This can also be travel, all right, familial travel. This can also mean that you're going to be expanding somehow. You know, this is the world, so this is networking, travel, international travel, ending of a cycle, beginning of a new one. But it sort of seems like you're going to expand your wealth because it's the 10 of Pentacles, okay? So something that your family is doing or some sort of legacy is going to be expanding in terms of networking or like two different countries or something like that. You're getting unstuck, okay? This has to do with a hermit, or your matriarch is a hermit, okay? Or have Virgo in your chart, as well as Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Yeah, if you feel like this was a lost opportunity, it wasn't, and there is an opportunity that's coming in. All right, Temperance. Something was not balanced, or it's not fair, or it's not even, okay? Or there might be some sort of illness, all right? As I mentioned before, if it's a matriarch or it's like someone, right, that this has to do with family or familial, then this person is ill. Yeah. No clarity, has to do with mental ability. So dementia, schizophrenia, that type of deal. Yeah, so someone might be transitioning, okay? I think you've done a lot of moon magic, or this also can be like traveling, okay? Like expanding your business. You're going to get a contract or some sort of information coming in on some sort of like generational wealth or something to expand your assets, okay? And it's sort of like abroad or somewhere other than where you're at. It's going to require some sort of travel. Yeah, three of wands and 2 of wands. So most definitely, okay? So I think you've been doing a lot of like manifestations, a lot of incantations. You might be a seer, you might be a magician, okay? You might be a witch, you might be, you know, doing, you know, scrying, so like crystal balls, all right? But most definitely also maybe working with fire and doing like candle magic for this to come through. Queen of Swords, yeah. This is a businesswoman. This can also be a widow, okay? Or somebody might be widowed, or you might be divorced, okay? But this is contractual. So this is lots of like contracts coming in. You might be an entrepreneurial. You might have your own business. This is really creating your wealth, okay? And your assets. I think you're pretty stable and very well to do currently. If that's not the case, you will be, all right? Yeah, King of Pentacles, yeah. Very, very, very stable. This can also mean that you're going to be marrying someone, or you're the one that's super stable. All right, 7 of Wands. This is having the higher, you know, being in competition, but having higher ground. So you know, fully getting through that. Queen of Wands, somebody's kind of maybe not in their best energy, you know, kind of promiscuous, okay? I don't think this has to do with you. Someone that isn't very loving, all right? Someone that's really struggling through in terms of like finances. This can be you that you struggled and you're struggling with finances. That's going to go away. And then there is going to be an opportunity that's coming in, all right, that you're going to see out of nowhere after you've been working on something, maybe applying to jobs, or this could be a certification. This can also be some sort of degree or, degree. Yeah, there isn't a new beginning. You're closing the cycle out of whoever was in and out and wasn't consistent, okay? This could be that you're also divorcing. Yeah, which sort of affected your finances maybe. Okay, I think you were very depressed in the past. I think you waited a long time. Yeah, this has to do with a relationship, all right? This can be a payout, okay, or they owe you something in terms of like money, okay, child support, like something that you invested in the past. It didn't give you a good investment that you kept on going, okay? This can be huge strength and motivation that you just kept on going. This can be a new health regime and diet. You're probably going to start running or jogging, and taking better care of yourself. I think this was a huge challenge for you, but you're almost at the top and you will be victorious, okay? You're almost at the seam or the top of the mountain, so keep going. This is huge victory and success coming in for you. Love and light.